Hello, Mark Crossfield here. Thursday, Golf Swing Weekly Fix time again. More swing fixes from people sending swings through my mobile app, so my iPhone, Android and iPad app. I've got some new apps coming out as well to go with my Q&A channel. To a second channel that I do where I just try and answer as many as your YouTube comments and Facebook and Twitter messages that you send me. So for today we've got swing fixes, we've got a question of the week. Let's get stuck in, loads to do. I've said it already, I'll say it again. Let's get stuck in. So thanks for sending the swing. What we see is quite a long backswing. People would call this often a overswing. For me, it's a over rotation. Maybe lots in your shoulders, lots in your hips, coming from the collapse that we see in your knee. So right knee really kicking out. Get control of that backswing by getting control of your lower half. I've done this for other golfers before. I think I did it in another show actually, last week maybe it was. Backswing, you want to feel like for you that your knees do next to nothing. Turn your shoulders against your lower half, staying very, very still, left and right knee. It feels strange at the start and it'll feel far too restrictive, but just trust it. You'll be doing the right amount of hip movement, probably more than not. Most people very rarely don't move their lower half at all. You tell them to not move it and all that does is it makes them calm the amount of hip movement they've got on that backswing right down. And for you, that's what's going to help you shorten the amount of rotation you put in with your body, which in turn will shorten how far back your arms go and then in turn that club goes. I would just like to see a little bit more of a consistent backswing, coming from some stability from pelvis and lower half. Hit some shots where you feel like your lower half doesn't move on the backswing. Still fire it on the way down. I think you'll find your strikes severely improve when you start getting that little bit more kind of separation between upper half and lower half. It'll give you more control over your whole action, which hopefully will give you a bit more control over your strikes. Let me know how you get on. Another swing here sent through the apps, quite a neat action. What we're seeing is a lot of forward thrust and hand raising, so pretty neat setup, not a bad backswing, downswing. Hips want to go forwards, hands want to raise up, almost cricket styley impact up here. So hands have gone from here up to here at impact. That amount of change in your shaft at impact and how much you change that leading edge of that club, that vertical swing plane as it's called, is going to make some very interesting swinging, some very interesting shots. Often you're going to need a lot of club face closure through impact to control that amount of raising the handle, raising up the club. So look, simple drill for you. You've got to practice trying to exit left. I want you to try and feel that you're exiting left, not only with the handle, so the bit you're holding on to, the black bit, so hitting your shots and trying to exit that handle around you to the left. Also your left hip as well. So from the top of your backswing, pull the club down at the ball like you're doing, but as you come in to hit the ball, your feeling is getting the left hip to go back, hitting the shot, and as you hit the shot, you want to feel like the club is spinning out to the ball and then coming into the left. So spinning out to the ball and then exiting into the left, rather than this really trying to push hands and club out to the right so much to hit the shots. Got to get rid of that raising vertical swing plane for you to gain some real consistency in your shots. You cannot have that much adjustment. I mean, you can, but it's very hard to control. Even the best players in the world struggle to control it at the best of times. Hope that helps. Let me know how you go. Get exiting left hip and handle. Your consistency of strikes will improve massively. Right guys, so some questions. Hello Mark, question for you, hope you can answer it. I bought a set of Ping G25 irons lately, really a great recommendation. I love them and I'm doing pretty well with them, even though an extra free iron, I even bought an extra free iron. Although my handicap is 35, I have no problems firing long irons pretty straight. I still need some training on my 3 and 5 woods to hit them consistently and straight. So I thought of getting a 2 iron from the G25 series for longer shots, the 200 yard meters and so on, he says. But unfortunately Ping don't produce a Ping G25 2 iron. So what kind of 2 iron would you recommend that nearly has the same feel as the G25, so on, so on. So I don't like hybrids, best regards. So he doesn't like hybrids, loves his irons, very common that. Probably hitting down on the ball quite hard, I'd imagine. Look, 2 long irons to think about. You've got lots at the moment because they're very, very fashionable. You've got, what are they, H4s I think they're called, from Mizuno. You've got Titleist have their U one out, Callaway have one out. There's lots of driving iron type clubs out there, so long irons, smaller than a hybrid but look and feel more like an iron. Give them a go. The other thing I would contemplate doing, and James Diamond does it, the guy who appears in some of my playing videos, he's got a 3 iron bent to a 2 iron loft, and if you've got a G25, I don't know if Ping, don't quote me on this because I've not checked this, but it'd be worth asking the question. Ping G25 3 iron, ½ inch longer, make it as strong as the loft as they can make it, or make it the loft of a 2 iron. They'll bend it in order, possibly. It's a question you need to ask them. There you go, you've got your Ping G25 2 iron. So if you're loving your G25 irons, which I can understand, they're fantastic clubs, and you want to stay with them, maybe you should consider a longer 3 iron bent to a 2 iron loft if that is possible. If not, get out there and try H4s and all those things. The other thing I would say to you, with a handicap of 35, which is great, you're starting, you want to push that down. If you can't hit your woods, there is a reason. Often it'll be angle of attack or vertical swing planes and many other things. Go and get a lesson, get on a good launch monitor like GC2 HMT, and get that fixed so you can hit any club. If you want to get your handicap down, you need to be able to use a good array of golf clubs. Thanks for posting the question. Hope that helps, and post comments down below. Speak to you all soon. Okay, pretty neat swing here sent through the app. Lots of good movements in there. Very hard for me to really see what's going on here. I can't see paths and things like that. But look, I'd like to see a little bit more thinking about some extension through impact, extension in a good way. We see you coming through a little bit shoulder first with the hips, so everything's moving down and across, quite level, almost still bent over as you hit the ball, and then coming into a little bit of extension here as you come into your follow through. I'd like to see a little bit more separation into impact, a little bit more of a dynamic impact where your hips are really moving away from your shoulders to that downswing, feeling like the hips are starting the downswing a lot more, separating that away from your upper body. You're going to have to feel a little bit more stretch in your tummy area rather than this kind of lunge forward hit and then extend out. Try and get, for your feeling, into impact when you're hitting shots on the downswing. Try and get your left pocket higher than your right. So really feel as you start your downswing, think about what happens to your pockets. Let's say they start slightly even. Ideally, left pocket would start slightly higher than right. Backswing, left pocket will go down lower than right, but into impact, I want my left pocket higher than my right. For you, you're here into impact, then extending out after the ball. Get that dynamic movement into impact. So I want you to try and feel as you hit your shots, try and feel as you start your downswing that your left pocket's literally going up and back into that left corner. Get a little bit more stretch out into that impact position, slightly more dynamic. I think you'll strike the ball much better for it. The left pocket, then in turn you'll feel your left leg straightening up as well, almost into impact. Often just beyond, but the feeling as it's coming up into impact, and your striking will really improve. Great swing though, thanks for sending. Hope that helps. So another swing here, sent through the app. Lots of good movements. It's obviously a newish golfer, you'd think. That's what I love about my app, is that people can get on the course and just send a swing, hopefully get on the show like this and get a bit of free advice along with all the many other videos. This guy could do some much better golf simply by changing his setup. What we see is a very narrow stance setup, and he tries to hit the ball quite hard on the way down, which is fine. Give it everything you've got, as long as there's a bit of element of control there. But left foot starts to really dive out because he just hasn't got any stability there at the start. So let's go for a little bit more of a wider stance. So think about shoulder width. So try and get the gap between your 2 feet about the same width as your shoulders. Then as you're hitting the ball, try and feel that your left foot staying quite connected with the floor. It's the right foot you want coming up. So turning and really feeling like you're pushing down on that left foot. Stay connected on that left foot. For you to be starting so narrow and hitting it like you are is always going to create a bit of a jump out, which is what we see in that left heel. So slightly wider stance. You could do with just pushing your hands up towards your left leg address as well. A little bit central with your hands. And then from there, try and turn against that left side, keeping that left foot connected to the ground. Hopefully that'll improve your strikes and direction rather than this kind of jumping out slightly chaotic impact position. Thanks for sending the swings though, thanks for buying the app, and I hope that helps. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments, love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.